scene with Kirk and his in that situation. Yeah, I didn't understand it. I was confused. However, I gotta watch the show. If you watch it, it plays out. I would love to tell you, but just watch it. If you don't want to watch it, that's your business. But if you do, watch it. But I was confused myself. I had no idea that was gonna be said. I was blindsided, but it's all good. It won't be the first time, won't be the last time I get blindsided, right? I've been getting blindsided my whole life.
Listen, kid, love and hip-hop's greatest friends are arguing. And who would have thought that Rasheeda and Yandy would wind up on different sides of a conflict? Kirk Frost and Mrs. aren't exactly on good terms after Kurt basically verified what Jasmine claimed about Mrs. As we all know, Yandy is all about her man, MDs, and will stop at nothing to support him. Yandy is not amenable to Kurt's exploitation of his connections in the Atlanta scene to keep others from collaborating with Mrs. because, she is one thing that Sis doesn't play about. She is forcing Rasheeda to check her spouse in marriage, and her bag is at a whole new level this time. Let's begin. Since Rasheeda and Yandy fights are crazy work, and M-Day has been working to perfect his bag ever since he got back from the John in 2020. Yandy kept him in check and made sure he had hip-hop and love to go back to. She also excluded him from some of her enterprises. He has immediately taken to Snapchat, and he even organized a webinar called From a Prison Cell to Living Well, in an attempt to secure some motivational speaking contracts. Who was he expecting to cover that expense? Apart from that, Yandy's consistent function as the family's provider put M in a certain mood, and didn't see the need to do so, and even admitted that he didn't feel any more love in the marriage. So he was essentially just staying married to Yandy because he had no other option. As you may remember, Yandy even claimed that he had taken off his wedding band and refused to put it back on for a very long time.
One thing that I also feel like is that respect should be mutual. Since we've been dealing and going through it, this guy over here decided he no longer wanted to wear his ring.
I feel like once we get to a place where this respect is restored, then we can wear the ring.
So if it was a question from Yandy about your ring, what would your answer be to her?
My concept of wearing a ring is, people together as one. I'm trying to get there.
You're not there yet.
But what is the part, the together part or the one part?
Both.
Jasmine, Kirk's baby mom, showed up one day and claimed to have seen Mice, or at least a friend of hers, hitting on another lady at the bar. This wasn't startling because Mice has been distant and acts as if he has left the marriage and is doing whatever he wants. They asserted that he had effectively silenced the child, making her afraid to share what she knew with others.
Racine just so happens to be good friends with one of the girls that Mendeecees is having an affair with. She's scared to come forward, but it's been happening for a while.
And you found out that Yandy got angry and was ready to lose it and throw a fit, especially because Mrs. insisted he wasn't having an affair. But Yandy was going to tremendous measures to defend this man, including making up that she was the one who texted the women on M's phone to inquire about the situation. Things really went south at that point, even though Yandy believed the matter was settled. You are aware that Kurt has been the target of a lot of criticism, but he continues to try to win Jasmine over. Having a hard time defending himself, the person behind him swiftly brought up M's supposed affair to get him to calm down. Ninjas, you see, do that. But M again denied having any affairs, stated he would rather not be the subject of the jokes, and respectfully asked Kurt to move away. Kurt was infuriated and persisted in bringing up the suspected infidelity whenever he could to exact revenge on M. He essentially asserted that Jasmine and her friends weren't lying, and that he didn't want anything to come out if they had dirty information on me.
For not being said is why they claiming they got information of a best friend who's scared to come forward, say this and that. I'm like trying to not be in the middle of it, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all gonna have to put 2 and 2 together yourself. People are not just making this up.
When two supposedly mature men bumped against each other at an Atlanta bar, the microphone just blared through the smoke until someone had to intervene to break things up. In an attempt to hide his mess, Kurt tried to brush it off and pretend that he wasn't the one who started the argument in the first place. However, the battle actually started, and after all of this back and forth, guys had stopped being pleasant. Brought Kirk down, and because he couldn't hit M's back, he's attempting to hit him where it hurts most, in his pockets. Yandy would not tolerate that, and would not remain silent, even if it meant setting her friend Rasheeda on fire to protect her partner. For some time, Rasheeda and Yandy have been acting like a couple, yet when no one is around, Yandy is quick to defend Rasheeda and show her commitment. The fact that both women will back their men even if they keep fighting, however, suggests that their relationship is collapsing. Kirk and Jasmine may have invented the whole M's idea, but I'll believe M's before I believe Kirk. It's always been Kirk, yet everyone points the finger at Jasmine. Furthermore, kindly subscribe. You'll see me in the next video. Farewell, criminals.